Hi, it's Shirley Crest Dudley again. I just want to thank you for all the comments from the last two videos on creating the online business of your dreams. I'm glad you're finding the series helpful. Several of you said you heard ideas you'd never thought of and that these videos are expanding your way of thinking. A couple of you said that you've already jumped in and started working on the ideas, and I think that's fantastic, and I'm so glad to give you some direction and motivation. If you haven't watched the first or second video, make sure you go back and register for the series here, incrediblechick.com/register-for-free-videos. It'll also be underneath this video where you can just click on it. Also, please leave your comments and questions below this video once you've listened to it, because I really appreciate the comments that you've left on the other pages that you've emailed me and also posted to Facebook and Twitter. So please leave your additional comments below. Okay, so to recap, in video 1, we talked about a way to create multiple products from one 3-hour seminar and then how to sell those products 24 hours a day. In video 2, we talked about how to find your ideal client, narrow your niche, and how to attract that ideal client to your website so they'll buy your stuff. But today, I want to talk about the biggest problem that's going to keep you from being successful. Can you guess what it is? You. Yes, you. Because we all have our own comfort zone. We do the same thing day in and day out, and we wonder why things don't change or improve. We become a little stuck doing things the same way. We just have trouble changing. We're used to everything going a certain way, and just relax and decide that's how it's going to be. It's never going to change or improve. Now, if you're happy about how things are in your life, then that's just fine. But for me, I never want to stop growing and learning. Once I'm finished learning new things and improving, I'd just rather be done with life. Now look at this comfort zone. Look what's inside our comfort zone. First off, that is most everybody, 90% of the population, mediocre. We're just surviving, tired, and have fear. We're just settling for the average and wondering, what if I can't do better? But look what's on the outside of our comfort zones. Excitement, financial freedom, dreams, confidence. Look at all these words. I'd just as soon be that 10% that steps outside of the comfort zone. Wouldn't you? If you want more to your life, it's important to make changes and step out of your comfort zone to reach higher goals, help more people, and do more things. You're going to need to step outside of what's comfortable for you to stretch and maybe even feel a little bit uncomfortable, but you'll do something new and something incredible. Now, to keep us from change, there's this little voice inside of us, and it tells us things like, I don't have time to do anything differently. I don't have time to change. Well, watch what you spend time on this week. Could you give up some television for something more productive? Or are there other things that you do that you could skip that would give you more time? And the little voice says, I don't have the money to change. I'm bad enough off as it is. Now, sometimes we convince ourselves that we can't afford to change. If you're currently in a financial situation that's perfect for you, then I agree. But if you aren't secure in your savings, retirement, and your financial goals, then it's worth spending some money to get yourself into a new situation. So look at how you spend your money. Are you buying an expensive coffee every day? Or do you eat out for lunch real regularly? Or eat out a lot or spend a lot of play money on the weekends? Or you really like to go shopping and buy one more pair of shoes? Decide if it's worth packing a lunch, or maybe not shopping as much or playing as much on the weekend, going to restaurants or movies or other things that are taking out of your budget to create a better future for you. It's your decision. And then that little voice gets very strong related to fear. There's fear of the unknown or fear of failure that keeps us from wanting to make changes. But the most successful people in the world have experienced a lot of failure. Take Thomas Edison. He said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." He was talking about inventing the light bulb. What if he stopped before he failed 10,000 times? We wouldn't have light. Here's another. Failure doesn't mean you're a failure. It just means you haven't succeeded yet. And another. Failure is the only opportunity to begin again more intelligently. Okay, here's more. All of my successes have been built on my failures. And this is a favorite. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot, and I missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, but that is why I succeed. I think that's pretty motivating. And one more. Be of good cheer. Do not think of today's failures, but of the success that may come tomorrow. You have set yourselves a difficult task, but you will succeed if you persevere, and you will find joy in overcoming obstacles. Remember, no effort that we make to attain something beautiful is ever lost. Now, I thought about summarizing these quotes, but I believe Helen Keller's done a better job than I could have. Just know it's okay to fail, and we all fail before we succeed. And heaven knows, as far as failures, I can tell you so many ways not to do things in your online business. I've worked in the online area for 6 years, a little over 6 years now. And if you had a few more hours right now, I'm not going to, don't worry, I could tell you so many stories of how I failed, and then how I changed and moved forward when I tried something different or tweaked it, or tried a completely different approach. And I want to save you that time and heartaches of making some of the simple yet very common mistakes that people make when they first begin their online business. Now also, whether we admit it or not, sometimes deep inside, we don't feel worthy of having more opportunities, more money. Most of the people in this webinar are very caring people. And caregivers like us are really good at giving to others, but not as good at receiving. And also, sometimes we say, well, our focus is to help people, but not to make money. You know, that sounds really self-righteous and good and honorable, but I know that everyone on this call has bills, family, and responsibilities just as much as the rest of the world. We deserve adequate pay too. Did you hear that? In fact, you deserve more than adequate pay. You deserve to be compensated for all the help and guidance that you bring to others. You are a unique and special person. Yes, you are, with the many gifts that you share with the world. And these gifts, your skill, knowledge, education, and your individual way of expressing yourself should be rewarded with not just thankfulness, but with monetary compensation. Being paid more allows you to give more to others, to your family, to those in need, and also to you. You're worth having more. You deserve an extraordinary life. Now, I even have those feelings sometimes too. In fact, when I was preparing for the webinar, I picked up my keyboard to move it over to the side, and I saw a quote that I taped to my desk to constantly remind me. And if you don't mind, I'm going to read you the entire quote. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be. You're a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And for those that want to go and tape this to your desk, like I have, it was from Marianne Williamson's book, A Return to Love. And it means a lot to me. And sometimes that little voice just says, I'm too tired and worn out, just beat down. You've been listening to others' issues and all day long, or your job is, your regular go-to-work job is giving you a tough time, and it just wears on you, all the responsibilities. Especially those of you that are so empathetic and caring for others. Now, there are other ways to use your knowledge and skills. And I hope that this video series is opening up your world a bit, inspiring you and motivating you to try some different things so you don't look like this little guy here at the end of the day, just completely beat. So in the next couple of days, the cart to accept registration for the next Incredible Chick course is going to be available. In that next video, I'm going to tell you all the details of the course. Now, there are limited seats available, so if you're interested, sign up fast. And then I'm also going to offer a really special bonus to the first 10 that sign up. Now, I have to tell you, I'm terrible at keeping secrets, but you're going to be really, really surprised at what I'm going to give away to the first 10 people. Now, are you like this little puppy? Are you stuck? You want to get out of where you are, but you just need some help, you need some guidance? Then sign up. Then when the cart opens, sign up for the next Incredible Chick course. Now, don't forget, leave your comments and questions below this video and pass along this link to the people that you might believe could benefit from the video series. The registration and the course details are coming in just a couple of days. So I'll talk to you soon. This is Shirley Cress Dudley, and I hope you have an incredible day.